Dear students, today we will discuss about change of ionic character to the covalent character. Change of ionic character to covalent character, polarization, that is known as a polarization. We know that electrovalent bond or ionic bond formation takes place when cations and anions are come closer to each other. When cations and anions come closer to each other, then ionic bond or electrovalent bond will form. Now here we are going to discuss about the change of ionic character to covalent character. In what way ionic character change into covalent character we will discuss. Now when two ions come closer to each other, then ions having smaller size attracted electrons of other ion and repel nuclear charge. In this way, distortion in another atom takes place, and that is known as a polarization. Or we can also say that ability of cation to attract electrons cloud of anions, and in this way distortion in size of anion takes place. That is known as a polarization. And this ability is known as a polarizability. This ability is known as a polarizability. This ability is known as a polarizability. Ability of cation to attract electrons cloud of nearby anion, and in this way in size of anion distortion takes place. That is known as a polarization, or that is known as a polarizability. That is known as a polarizability. Now some suggestion provided by Fajans, a name of scientist, that is known as a Fajans rule. Some suggestion was provided by Fajans to convert ionic character into covalent character, and such type of rules are known as a Fajans rule. Such type of rules are known as a Fajans rule. So now we will discuss about Fajans rule also. Fajans rule also. First is the charge on cation. Charge on cation. First is the charge on cation. Greater is the charge on cation, higher will be the polarizability. According to Fajans, greater the charge on cation, higher will be the polarizability. For example, if NaCl is taken, now MgCl2 is taken, and now AlCl3 is taken, then what happened? Here NaCl taken, MgCl2 taken, and AlCl3 is taken. Now what happened? We know that ki sodium so Na plus charge, Mg so Mg2 plus charge, and aluminum so Al3 plus charge. Here charge on cation is increases, then tendency to polarize or tendency to polarization is also increases. More polarizability is found in AlCl3, means कि more covalent character is found in AlCl3. So polarizability increases like this. Hence covalent character is also increases in this sequence. Covalent character is increases. Covalent character increases. Covalent character increases. Similarly, second suggestion which was provided by Fajans is size of cation. size of cation. Smaller the size of cation, higher will be the tendency to polarizability. Size of cation. Second suggestion is size of cation. Size of cation. Size of cation. Greater is the size of cation, higher will be the polarizability. Greater the size of cation, higher will be the polarizability. Greater the size of cation, higher will be the polarizability. Greater the size of cation, higher will be the polarizability. For example, if we have taken beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. Then what happened? If we have taken these alkaline earth metals, you know that can moving from top to bottom, size is increased, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. So if up to barium halides are taken like BeCl2, MgCl2, CaCl2, SrCl2, and BaCl2. If BeCl2 beryllium chloride, MgCl2 magnesium chloride, CaCl2 calcium chloride, and SrCl2 strontium chloride, and the barium chlorides are taken. If these chlorides are taken, then what happened? I am moving from beryllium to barium. Tendency to polarize chloride ion is increases. Hence, covalent character is increases from BeCl2 to BaCl2. Covalent character increases from BeCl2 to BaCl2 because from beryllium to barium size of cation is increases. So BeCl2, then MgCl2, then CaCl2, then SrCl2, then BaCl2. Covalent character increases. Covalent character increases. So third one is the size of anion. Size of anion. Next thing is the size of anion. Next is the size of anion. Third is the size of anion. Size of anion. Greater is the, according to Fajan's rule, greater is the size of anion, higher will be the Gaza polarizability. If size of anion is greater, then polarizing capacity is also high. For example, if AlF3, AlCl3, AlBr3 and AlI3 is taken, these compounds are taken, fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine, size is increases here, fluorine, then chlorine, then bromine, then iodine, size is increases like this. If size is increases, then polarizability also increases. Size of anion is increases, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, these are 17 group elements, and going from fluorine to iodine, size is increases, so polarizability is increases, and here covalent character is also increases. Covalent character also increases. So size of anion is also an important factor for polarizability. Now, dear students, one thing you should always keep in mind: polarizing power phi is equal to the charge of ion upon radius square. Polarizing power, polarizing power phi is equal to, polarizing power phi is equal to ionic charge upon radius square. Ionic charge upon radius square. This one is the polarizing power phi. Now we will discuss next topic, valence bond theory. Valence bond theory. We will discuss valence bond theory. It is known as a quantum theory of covalent bond. Quantum theory of covalent bond. Valence bond theory is known as a quantum theory of covalent bond because in this theory we will discuss about covalent bond formation on the basis of energy level. Here quantum term is present, that's why it means कि covalent bond formation takes place due to energy level of atomic orbital, due to involvement of cell or subcell or orbitals of atoms. That's why it is known as a quantum theory of covalent bond. According to this theory, when two atoms come closer to each other, then two types of forces are operating. One is the repulsive force between electrons of two atom, repulsive force of nucleus between two atom, and attractive force of nucleus of one atom and electron of another atom. Similarly, attractive force of nucleus of another atom and electron of first atom. So there are, when two atoms come closer to each other, there are two types of forces operating. When two atoms come closer to each other, when two atoms come closer to each other, then two types of forces operating. There are two types of forces operating. When two atoms come closer to each other, there are two types of forces operating. One is the repulsive force. And second is the attracting force. Repulsive force and attracting force. Now, in what way these forces are operating, we will discuss. We are discussing about quantum theory of covalent bond, that is a valence bond theory. Valence bond theory. If one atom is like this, this one is the nucleus, and here are the electrons. Electrons are present in this manner. Second is the atom B. Electrons. So these electrons repel to each other. Electrons and nucleus attract to each other. Electron and the nucleus attract to each other. So if attractive force between electron and nucleus is dominant over repulsive force between nucleus and electron, then covalent bond formation takes place. If attractive force between electron and nucleus and repulsive force between nucleus and electron is dominant, then covalent bond formation takes place. This theory was proposed by Hitler and London, and according to this theory, when atomic orbitals come closer to each other, then covalent bond will form. Stronger is the overlapping between atomic orbitals, higher will be the strength of covalent bond. Only unpaired electrons which are present in atomic orbitals can participate in formation of covalent bond, and if paired electrons are present in any atomic orbitals, then first they get unpaired, and after formation of unpaired electrons in atomic orbital, covalent bond will form. Dumbbell shape p orbitals have a high tendency to form strong covalent bond because in dumbbell shape structure maximum extent of overlapping takes place, but in s orbital lesser will be the extent of overlapping, hence weaker will be the formation of covalent bond. So these are the postulate of valence bond theory. Dear student, you should always keep in mind there are 3-4 important points of postulates of valence bond theory. First is the during covalent bond formation, atomic orbitals overlap to each other and then they form covalent bond. Only unpaired electrons which present in atomic orbitals can participate in covalent bond formation. Higher will be the extent of overlapping, higher will be the strength of covalent bond. If paired electrons are present in atomic orbitals, then first they get unpaired, and after unpairing of atomic orbitals, covalent bond will form. P orbitals have a high tendency to form a stronger bond because in p orbital high extent of overlapping takes place, but in s orbital extent of overlapping is not high. That's why covalent bond will weaker when ss orbitals or sp orbitals start overlapping. But in pp orbital, means if p have a doubled shape, when p orbitals overlap to each other, then stronger covalent bond will form.